Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization.
The settings are the same as they are in the other league.
Games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The numbers for Antonio last week: 4 catches, 60 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time to look at the defensive starters for Cleveland. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
On second down, Roethlisberger got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Scarborough. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line.
Wow.
As this game gets started, as it starts
I saw that. Wow.
That they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw here, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
I think when you watch him play, because you've heard all the different buzzwords about him being a warrior and what a battler he is. Go back to the Rose Bowl game against Georgia, his last year at Oklahoma. They got beat in, what, double overtime? A thriller. But he played despite the flu and still put up big-time numbers and almost rallied his team to a victory.
Yeah, big-time numbers. Also had a receiving touchdown in that game as well. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They go play action. Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bag.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many other guys have done that in NFL history?
He's the 46th all-time.
And one of the few that are active.
Yeah,
incredible.
There's only a few that are active. He still, though, is a ways away from Jerry Rice, up over 22,000 for the all-time lead.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is Scarborough. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go...
Good job, Bridges. Good job, Rook. Is that Amos? No, that's Green. Good job, Green. Oh, look at the other rookie. Look at my other rookie, Morgan. Well, he's not a rookie actually. He's a 2nd-year guy. Way to seal that. Way to seal it.
Into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage, what do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
Oh, God.
Picked off near the 29. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Defense.
Oh.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
What the hell?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Holding defense. Oh.
Hurry up, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peterson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 1 quarter in the books. 10-zip our score.
Hey, guy, that's 2
Sports
bombs.
NFL Sunday returns.
That's 2 bombs.
Following this.
I saw that.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
The bomb is not on the outside, you freaking dummy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That was a 35, 40-yard pass down the field. That's a bomb.
Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Hey, look, honestly, I don't
From
care.
the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
That?
I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Joe Schobert in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Rico.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Set! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now, here's Mayfield.
Good job. Good job, Shady.
Ryan Shazier coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Fielded just inside the 30. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Damn it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time
Rodgers.
he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Trying to
Oh, God damn it. Wrong button.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian
God damn it. Wrong fucking
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Wrong fucking button.
Back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make...
Oh, look at this shit here. He's got them fucking beat. And, of course, he knocks it out of his hand.
You hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches, holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. And they'll go on the ground, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first.
Damn, boy, yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Show me a replay. That's way to check out of that, Ben, because you saw that safety come up. Way to check out of that. The guy's coming. Yeah. And you see this guy right here spying you. You see him spying you. So you got to try to loft it. So I'm shocked they didn't get that guy superpowers.
It's a first down.
Ran this before.
Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Baby bus.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They run. This is Scarborough.
I see you, baby boss.
Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
He didn't run that play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Roethlisberger.
Oh, God damn it.
Incomplete.
Can't get his fucking feet
Not
down.
only was the call spot,
Where's your
but the
awareness?
execution of that defense right there.
Damn.
Absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if they're
Where is your awareness, man? You're wide open. Yeah, because they came with the running back. Oh, you know what? We were trying to throw that earlier, too. Dude, why would you do that, man? You know what's funny is? What's funny is they would give them the catch. They would give them this catch if it was them. Cheating rats.
a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Second down, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hurry up, here we go. 3
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Wow.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Marshawn Lynch has found the end zone there. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, Hyde. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Mayfield on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
I got to play with
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Set. 3-19.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Green 30.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Oh,
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But
How'd you
sometimes
get beat like that, Nicky? No, we don't get beat like that. Oh, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh.
that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Well, they got the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over.
Are we fucking kidding me?
4-yard line.
Oh, my fucking
When
God.
you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a
is pretty
star.
big.
I put a star.
Go, 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 go.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Let's get it back.
First interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
Guys, we got
I
to get
like
this
the
in
way
the
you
end zone.
term that because now I think
we
they go a
gotta
little
get
bit
this in the
deeper
end
into their
zone.
playbook.
Seriously.
They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Oh, this guy's
The
got a
Steelers
fucking
first down on a
dislocated hip.
pickup of 11
What a
yards.
fucking pussy.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together.
Damn, man, this guy here, man. Jesus Christ.
For a power set, sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now you get a look at Roethlisberger down on the ground, and you hope it's not the knee. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's the backup Rudolph. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He was inside the freaking 5.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Wow,
And he
that guy was
slings
sitting right
one
out there.
that's
Wow.
incomplete.
That guy was sitting right out there waiting.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Sorry about you, Ben.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, here's Rudolph.
Damn it.
And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, my
Neil
gosh.
Rodgers, the intended receiver.
Jesus fucking
And it's
Christ,
3rd down.
man.
All right, Captain.
What are we
Let's
doing?
get down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision
Oh,
here
no,
on
if we're
4th
going to
and
take it
goal.
for 4th and 4. If we don't make it, they at the 1.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in.
Good job.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield.
Oh, no. We ain't chasing no points, dog.
To be executed
We ain't chasing no
great
points.
dispatch.
We ain't chasing no points. Take your money.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chasing no daggone
So that
points.
drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Mayfield now on 2nd down.
Good job, Nicky. Way to get him, Nicky.
Picked off at the 39.
Way to get him, Nicky.
They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So
Way to get him, Nicky. Tell him you're a Pro Bowl cornerback.
We look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
We got this
They've
guy's
got
a
them
Pro Bowl
frustrated
cornerback.
right now.
Hey, look, we got him as a free agent, undrafted, on the garbage heap. Good job, P. Nicky. Tell him you're a Pro Bowl cornerback.
Out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought
JB.
down. Nice way to start the drive.
I see you, JB. I see you, JB. Oh, look at that blocking by my young guard, Morgan. Good job, Morgan. Oh, way to pancake him, Morgan. Good job. Oh, these boys got a hat on a hat. This is my other first-round draft pick. Green. Hat on a hat, baby. Hat on a hat. Hat on a hat. Oh, look at the Castro right there. Hat on a hat, baby. Hat on a hat.
A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I see you, boy. I see you. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
From the 50, it's Rudolph.
Oh, damn. Hold on.
He's
Yeah,
taken down.
just hold on to
This
the
will
ball.
be a
Just hold on to the
Brown
ball.
sack.
Just hold on to the ball.
In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Set. Blue 90.
Rudolph throwing on second down. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong guy who can rifle it in there,
Mason
and they were
Rudolph.
able to successfully complete that one.
The Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
We never run this. Let's see what happens. We never run this.
Set. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Can you tell me? So look at Superman. Superman's already in the air. Superman's already in the air. But this probably is not pass interference, though. That ain't pass interference. Nah, man.
When that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this one is right through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Mayfield looks to throw. Screenplay. Johnson.
Good job, Dante Fowler.
And we'll lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Told you. I told you. Told you. Told you. You can count on it. You can put it on the board. Yes. 90-yard punt.
And Pittsburgh
and out of
getting
bounds.
set to take the field. And they're not going to play this.
Let's look at this, shall we? Colquitt. Let's see his long. 71 yards. You can put it on the board. Yes, cheating rats.
It's conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher,
my music
back in
teacher,
New Paltz,
Miss
Bifema Bagley, used to say,
Bagley.
don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be inside the red zone. With the ball at the 16-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So
you know
you're not done in the 4th.
What they're going to do, man. It's just what they're going to do. It's just what they are going to do.
Geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go to Johnson again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
From from the gun, Mayfield. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
It's cheap.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right.
And by the way, you know what? Because this guy, man, you fucking fumble way too much.
Here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll go on the ground. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here. Running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to like.
This offensive line, boy, you guys are coming together. You guys are good job, Rosie. Oh, look, that's my young dude. Good job, Amos. No, Morgan. That's Morgan, 67. Good job, Morgan. Pow, right on him. Oh, you know what, but see, we anticipated. Because if you'd have kept right up the field, you'd have got the 1st down.
Up now.
Hey, baby bus. Come on, baby bus.
And they'll run it here.
Good job, baby bus.
Out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now run it on the toss.
Damn it.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
You know what? See, they cheat, man. They made that fucking guard. You know what? That's fucking stupid.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because
watch this cheating shit here, man. Watch what they make this guard do. Who was it? Oh yeah, the tackle. Watch what they make him do. Why would they make him go out that wide? You know what? That's just, I mean, they just fucking cheat. They just cheat, man. And then nobody I mean, come on, man. So 77, what are you doing? You know what, man? He is fucking cheating.
It's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Yeah, bitch.
Dobbs now on second down. Over the middle here to Brown.
Good job. First down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Go, go, get up, go, go! Go, 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 go!
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard.
Good job. They never blew the whistle.
Oh.
They never blew the whistle. Oh, they never blew the whistle. Cheating bitches. Oh, hey, man, that guy's supposed to be down right there. Not unless this guy never touched him. I mean, I really can't tell. Oh. Let's see. Oh, he's got his hands on the football.
Big run there, 29 yards and a first. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Here we go. What? 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Mayfield with it once more. And this is intercepted.
Good job.
That should do it.
Good job, Rico. Good job, Rico.
Obviously disappointing.
Good job, Rico.
You had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good job, Rico.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And they'll go on the ground. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 1, 9.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
job, guys. Way to bounce back from last week.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Good job, guys.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump
Coach
all
Gill
week
out.
in your own home facility.